शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। कठोपनिषद अध्याय 2 वल्ली 2 मंत्र 15। न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चन्द्रतारकम् नेमा विद्युतो भान्ति कुतोऽयमग्निः। तमेव भान्तमनुभाति सर्वम् तस्य भासा सर्वमिदं विभाति। This is an answer to the question asked in the previous mantra. किमु भाति विभाति वा? Does it bhati? Does it shine? And vibhati va? Does it become evident? Can it be clearly known? Can it be directly known? As an answer, Yama says, it shines also and it is evident also. Bhati cha vibhati cha. How does it shine? Shining means prakasha, jyotihi. The prakasha swarupa. The Atma is called Swayam Prakashaha, Swaprakashaha, or Swayam Jyotihi. Self-effulgent, Swaprakasha. This mantra is about Swaprakashatva of the Atma. Atma is self-effulgent, Swaprakashaha. What is Swaprakasha? Generally, there are two criteria. Svetara aprakashyatve sati Svetara sarva prakashakaha Swaprakashaha. Svetara aprakashyatve sati Svetara sarva prakashakaha Swaprakashaha. Svetara aprakashyatvam. It is not illumined by anything other than itself. It is one criteria. Another criteria is Svetara sarva prakashakatvam. It illumines everything other than itself. And the two criteria should coexist. It is not illumined by anything other than itself, and it is illumining everything other than itself. It is called Swaprakasha. Atma is Swaprakasha. And that is the true Chaitanya. Atma is not illumined by anything else. It is told in the first and second pada of this mantra. Atma is Svetara aprakashya. Atma is not illumined by anything else. Na tatra suryo bhati na chandratarakam. Tatra tasmin atmani. Vishaya saptami. Atma vishaye. Suryaha na bhati. The sun does not illumine. The sun does not illumine Atma as the Vishaya, as its object. The Atma is not illumined by the sun. The sunlight illumines everything in the world and makes everything evident. The tree, pot, etc. But the sunlight does not illumine the Atma. Na chandratarakam. Moon and the stars at night also do not illumine the Atma. Tatra suryaha na bhati, tatra chandratarakam na bhati. Moon and stars do not illumine the Atma. Ima vidyutaha na bhanti, tatra imaha vidyutaha na bhanti. Tatra, the Atma. Imaha vidyutaha. These lightnings, Vidyut literally means lightning. Nowadays, electricity also is called Vidyut. So, electric light. See, sunlight, moonlight, starlight, electric light. So, imaha vidyutaha, these electric lights do not illumine the Atma. It is a modern Vedanta. Olden Vedanta is lightning does not illumine. No, electricity does not illumine the Atma. Kutoyam agnihi. Ayam agnihi kutaha bhati. Tatra ayam agnihi kutaha bhati. Then how can this fire, this little fire, how can it illumine the Atma? Kutaha is akshepa. Kutaha, how can it illumine? Means it cannot illumine. Aksheparthe kutaha, not prashnarthe. Therefore, the Atma is Svetara Sarva Aprakashya. And the third pada says Svetara Sarva Prakashaka. Third and fourth pada. Tameva bhantam anubhati sarvam. Everything that shines in the world is shining because of the light of the Atma. There are so many lights in the world. Surya ityadi. Surya, Chandra, Vidyut, Agni ityadi. There are so many lights in the world. And we think these lights are the ones that make things evident. The sunlight, etc. The physical light. We think the physical light makes everything evident. But the physical light itself cannot make things evident, because even the physical light is dependent on another light. The physical light is dependent on our eyes. Eyes are the light of light. Without our eyesight, even the physical light cannot illumine. Therefore, it is the light of light. Then the eyes also depend on the mind, manas. Therefore, manas is light of light of light. Light 3. The physical light is light 1. Eye light is light 2. Mind is light 3. And even the mind is dependent on another light. It is the Atma Jyotihi. Even the mind needs to be illumined by the Atma Jyotihi, the light of the Atma, the Chaitanya. Therefore, everything that illumines is dependent on the illumination of the Atma. Therefore, tameva bhantam, tam atmanam eva, the Atma alone, which is bhantam, which is illumining, which is shining. Sarvam anubhati, everything shines following it. Tameva bhantam anubhati, everything shines follow the shine of the Atma. Meaning, if we think any light is making an object evident anywhere, it is because of the shining of the Atma. Without the shining of the Atma, No light can make any object evident. Therefore, Atma is Svetara Sarva Prakashaka. Even you can say it is Prakashantara Prakashaka. It is the illuminer of other lights also. Therefore, Tasya Bhasa Sarvamidam Vibhati. Because of the light of Atma alone, all these become evident. If any object in the world becomes evident, if any object in the world becomes known, it is because of the Atma Jyoti, because of the consciousness of the Atma. Therefore, Atma is Swayam Jyotihi and Swatassiddham. It is Swatassiddha. Swaprakasha and Swatassiddha. In fact, first three padas say that Atma is Swaprakasha. And the last one, it is Swatassiddha. Tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. Everything becomes evident because of the Atma light, because of the light of the Atma. It means the light of the Atma is evident even before anything else becomes evident. So, Atma is Swaprakasha, therefore Swatassiddha. So, Bhati, Atma Bhati means Atma is Swaprakasha. Vibhati means Swatassiddha in the case of Atma. Since Atma is Swatassiddha, self-evident, therefore everything else becomes evident. अत्र उत्तरमिदं भाति च विभाति च इति. अत्र उत्तरम इदम. अत्र means अस्मिन् चोद्ये. When this question is asked, the previous mantra, idam uttaram, this is the answer. This mantra is the answer. What is it? Bhati cha vibhati cha iti. Atma bhati cha vibhati cha. Atma shines and it is very much evident, directly evident. Iti. Katham, how the Atma is bhati cha vibhati cha. Na tatra tasmin swatmabhute brahmani sarvavabhasakopi suryaha bhati tad brahma न प्रकाशयति इत्यर्थः. तत्र, तत्र means तस्मिन् स्वात्मभूते ब्रह्मणि. The Brahman which is one's own self, Swatmabhute Brahmani. Brahman, which is one's own self. Sarvavabhasakopi suryaha na bhati. Sarvavabhasakopi suryaha. The sun which illumines everything in the world. Even that kind of sun, na bhati, means tad brahmana prakashayati ityarthaha, does not illumine the Brahman, does not make the Brahman known. Tatha na chandratarakam nema vidyutaha bhanti kutoyam asmadgocharaha agnihi. Tatha, also, na chandratarakam, even the moons and stars cannot illumine the Brahman. Nema vidyuto bhanti, imaha vidyutaha na bhanti. These lightnings do not illumine the Atma. Kutoyam agnihi, ayam means asmadgocharaha, which is seen by us, which is objectified by us. Ayam agnihi kutaha. How can this Agni illumine us, illumine Brahman? Agni is objectified. Ayam asmadgocharaha. Being the object, it cannot illumine the Atma. So, ayam and imaha, they are Hetugarbha Visheshana. This Agni, this Vidyut, it is object. Therefore, it cannot be illuminer. The illumined cannot be the illuminer. Kim bahuna yadidam adityadikam sarvam bhati tat tameva parameshwaram bhantam deepyamanam anubhati anudipyate. Kim bahuna, what to say more? There is no need of enumerating more. Suryo na bhati, Chandro na bhati, Tarakam na bhati, tube light na bhati, candle light na bhati, ityadi, you can keep saying. Then Bhashyakara says, no need of making a big list. We can cut it short. Nothing can illumine the Atma. So, kim bahuna uktena, what is the use of telling more? Yadidam adityadikam sarvam bhati. Everything that shines, yat idam sarvam bhati. Everything that shines, tat tameva parameshwaram bhantam deepyamanam anubhati anudipyate. Tat, all that, parameshwaram deepyamanam anu. Parameshwaram, the Parameshwara, the Atma, which is bhantam, deepyamanam, which is shining, which is effulgent. Anubhati means anudipyate. It shines following the shine of Paramatma. It illumines following the illumination of Paramatma. Everything is dependent on Paramatma for its shining also. He gives an example, yatha jalolmukadi agni sanyogat agnim dahantam anudahati न स्वतः तद्वत यथा, just as jalolmukadi, jala means water, ulmuka means a firewood, water, firewood, etc. We say they burn, water burns, firewood burns, we say. But the water or firewood themselves cannot burn. The one that really burns is fire. The fire burns. When the fire burns in the water or in the firewood, we feel the water or firewood itself is burning. Therefore, we can say they burn following the burning of the fire. Water burns following the burning of the fire. Firewood burns following the burning of the fire. See, in these two examples, the water or firewood don't really burn at all. They seem to be burning. What really burns is fire alone. Similarly, anything in the world does not have its own consciousness. Therefore, itself cannot make anything evident. If anything is made evident anywhere, by anything, it is because of the effulgence of Atma. Therefore, Atma is Svetara Sarva Prakashakaha. Atma is the illuminer of everything. Yatha jalolmukadi agni sanyogat, because of the association of fire, agnim dahantam anudahati, it burns following the burning of the fire, na swataha, not itself, tadvat, similarly, everything in the world shines, everything in the world illumines because of the illumination of Atma. Therefore, Atma is Swaprakashaha, self-effulgent. Nothing else is self-effulgent. Whether it is Surya, Chandra, or whether it is ice or mind, nothing is self-effulgent. It has effulgence that is borrowed from the Atma. It is dependent on the Atma for its effulgence. So, Atma alone is Swaprakashaha. Tasyaiva bhasa Deeptya Sarvamidam Suryadi Vibhati. Tasya eva bhasa Deeptya. Because of the effulgence of Atma alone, idam sarvam, all this, what is it? Suryadi, sun, etc., vibhati, becomes clearly evident. Everything in the universe becomes evident because of the Atma. Implying that Atma is self-evident. When the light is illumining other things, the light should be evident even before the other things are evident. So many objects in the room are evident, illumined. It means that the light is evident even before these things are evident. If the light is not evident, then it cannot make other things evident. Similarly, so many things are known, so many things become evident clearly. It means that the Atma is clearly evident, directly evident, even before anything else is evident. Therefore, Atma is Svatasiddhaha. Tasya bhasa. Bhasa is equal to Deeptya, the light, the effulgence, meaning Chaitanya. Sarvam idam, everything here, all this, Suryadi vibhati, Surya etc., vibhati, becomes known, becomes evident. Now, yataha evam tadeva brahma bhati cha vibhati cha. Yataha evam, since it is so, tadeva brahma bhati cha vibhati cha. The Brahman is bhati cha vibhati cha. It bhati means it is swaprakasha. And it is vibhati. It is clearly evident, means svatasiddha. Since everything shines because of the shine of the Atma, it is bhati. Tameva bhantam anubhati sarvam. It is bhati. And tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. Everything becomes evident because of the Atma, means Atma vibhati. So bhati cha vibhati cha. Since it is bhati, it is vibhati. They are very much interconnected. Bhati means its swarupa. Swarupena bhati. Swaprakasha. And since it is bhati, it is vibhati. It is self-evident. Now Bhashyakara explains the purport of this shloka, this mantra. How this mantra conveys the self-evident nature of the Atma. Karyagateena vividhena bhasa tasya brahmanaha bharupatvam swataha avagamyate. See, the mantra itself does not say Atma is self-effulgent or self-evident. Directly it does not say. Atma says everything shines because of the Atma and everything becomes evident because of the Atma. And from that we can arrive at the conclusion that Atma is self-effulgent and self-evident. Karyagatena vividhena bhasa. The varieties of effulgences that is present in the karya. Karya means anatma. In the anatma, there is a bhaha, bhas, there is effulgence. Various effulgences in the anatma. The shining of the anatma, the diverse shinings of the anatma. We can take it as sun, moon, etc. Even they are karya, anatma. The anatma that is shining, including the eyes and mind, even that is anatma. We see shining in them. So there is a bhas in the anatma. The anatma shines. The anatma becomes effulgent. How does it become effulgent? Not by itself. It is dependent on the Atma for its effulgence. Because without the effulgence of the Atma, it cannot become effulgent. Therefore, the Atma which lends the effulgence to the Anatma should be self-effulgent. Tasya brahmanaha swataha bharupatvam avagamyate. Tasya brahmanaha swataha bharupatvam. Self-effulgence of the Brahman is understood. When we see the effulgence of the Anatma. Nahi स्वतः अविद्यमानं भासनं अन्यस्य कर्तुं शक्यं स्वतः अविद्यमानं भासनं. The bhasanam, the effulgence which is swataha avidyamanam, which the Atma itself does not have, anyasya kartum na shakyam, then it cannot make other things shine. If the Atma itself does not have the shine, the effulgence, then it cannot lend effulgence to the others. Ghatadinam anyavabhasakatvadarsanat bhasana rupanancha adityadinam taddarshanat Ghatadinam anyavabhasakatva adarsanat. So it is Vyatireka. Vyatireka is if one does not have its own effulgence, it cannot lend effulgence to the others. Ghatadinam, pot, etc., which are jada, which are non-effulgent, anyavabhasakatva adarsanat. We don't see them illumining other things. Bhasana rupanancha adityadinam. This is Anvaya Drishtanta. Bhasana rupanancha adityadinam. The sun, etc., which are of the nature of effulgence, tad darshanat, they can make other things effulgent. They can illumine others. They can make other things effulgent also, and they can illumine others also. And the Atma illumines other things. Therefore, we can say that Atma has its own effulgence. So, it is an Anumana in support of this mantra. Atma bharupaha. Atma is effulgent in nature. Hetu anyavabhasanat. Because it illumines other things. The Atma illumines other things or lends effulgence to other things. Both are okay. And Drishtanta is Adityavat. So this is an Anumana in support of this mantra. Atma is effulgent in nature. So Adityavat is Anvaya Drishtanta. Vyatireka Drishtanta is Ghatavat. Vyatirekena Ghatavat. You can add. Next Valli. Adhyaya 2, Valli 3. Urdhvamulo vakshakha Eshoshvathah sanatanaha Tadeva shukram tadbrahma Tadevamritamuchyate Tasmin lokashritas sarve Tadunatyeti kaschana Etadvaitat. So, the presence of Brahman is understood by seeing the presence of the universe, the samsara. When we see the world, we can infer the presence of Brahman. Because the world is the karya, the effect of the Brahman. In fact, that is how the Vedanta introduces Brahman. The Brahman is introduced as Jagat Karanam, the cause of the universe. when we have to introduce someone, it has to be introduced as related to something that we already know. An altogether stranger cannot be introduced without relating him to something that we already know. For example, if the Shruti says, there is something called Brahman, and it is one without a second, it is infinite, the student will not relate to the Brahman. For the student, the Brahman will be something unrelated. What business do I have with the Brahman? I see the Jagat with the duality. I am an individual. Neither me, an individual, nor the universe in front of me have any relation with the Brahman in whatever way. That is what the individual will feel. If you introduce Brahman without relating to what you already are familiar with. Therefore, the Shruti introduces Brahman as Jagat Karanam. The Jagat is familiar to us. We know the Jagat very well. The universe. The universe is full of diversities. This diverse universe should have a karana, a cause. Just like a tree is full of diversities, various parts. It has leaves, fruits, flowers, stem, branches, birds, and so on. The tree with all diversities must have come from a cause, a root. Similarly, this universe should have a root, a moola. That is how the Shruti introduces Brahman to a beginner. And the Shruti compares the samsara to a tree. Samsara vriksha. This comparison is there in Bhagavad Gita chapter 15 also. Urdhvamuladha shakham. And it is based on the Upanishad, Kathopanishad. Urdhvamulo vakshakhaha. Urdhvamulaha. The root of the tree is above. Therefore it is called Urdhvamulaha. Urdhvam moolam yasya. Saha Urdhvamulaha. Its root is above. means Paramatma. Above means transcends samsara. Therefore, above. Avakshakaha is branches extend downwards. Avakshakaha. Eshaha sanatanaha ashvathaha. This is a sanatanaha ashvathaha. This samsara vriksha is sanatanaha. It is perpetual, continuously present until one gets jnana. It is perpetual. It does not come to an end. Therefore, sanatana. Ashvathaha. Ashvathaha vrikshaha. He compares it to an ashvatha vriksha. An ashvatha tree. Somewhere else Shankaracharya says, Shvahana tishtati tyashvathaha. It does not stay for tomorrow, therefore it is ashvatha. In Gita Bhashya he says. He does not say that here. And since there is a tree which is the effect, we can infer the presence of Paramatma. And the Shruti also introduces Paramatma as the root of the tree of samsara, as the support of the samsara tree, as the substance of the samsara tree. And the second half is describing Paramatma. Tadeva Shukram Tad Brahma. Tadeva Brahma, which is the samsara vrikshasya moolam, which is the root of the samsara tree. It is Shukram, means Shuddham, pure, and Brahma, it is Brahman, infinite. Tadevamritam uchyate, it is Amritam, eternal, free from death. Uchyate. Tasmin lokashritas sarve. Tasmin, in that Ashvatha, not in the Ashvatha, in the Paramatma, which is the root of the Ashvatha. Sarve lokaha shritaha. All lokas, all worlds are supported. Tadu natyeti kaschana. Nothing transgresses Paramatma. Means everything depends on Paramatma for its existence. Etadvaitat, this indeed is that. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.